ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to, I believe, end this chapter. It is currently a massive day for the unemployed because we're going to be talking about what I believe is the end of the relationship between, or at least the professional relationship, between good old Tectone that you're seeing on the screen over here, and of course, somebody that I have publicly addressed numerous times across a wide variety of content, Mr. Jokey, Mr. Hypocrisy, Mr. Pokke, probably the biggest Hoyo shill that I know in the business that just gets super offended whenever you do call him a Hoyo shill. And so we've recently covered this topic over here, how Pokke basically went ahead and ruined Tectone again. And let's be honest here, I was right. There were a lot of people telling me that across this video, right, which focused on a VOD of a conversation that Tectone and Pokke had that ended up with Tectone deleting his video, just saying, fuck it, I'm done, I'm super annoyed, fuck this, whatever, I just want this to be over. People were telling me that that was like a nothing burger, right? That it was like not worth covering, that it was like not really like a big deal, blah, 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 whatever. And this segment of Tectone's stream from earlier today, I think kind of clearly indicates that it was actually a lot more than that. Tectone has explicitly asked me, right? He explicitly told me this morning before he was going to go on and do this that I should take a look at it, I should react to it, and I should probably make a video about it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's go ahead. I think I'm at the start. Maybe we'll cut out the beginning. Let's just get on in it and see what has been said.
I don't want to really stall this out too much. I just want to talk about this, so...
Said it in the first 32 minutes of stream. Yeah, that's better than me.
People in my Twitter community know, so people in my YouTube chat know, so people in my Twitch chat know, so people in my Discord chat could know, and they can just talk about it. And I don't want to clickbait anybody. I'm just letting you guys know how this is, and I'm not going to stall this out at all. I'm letting you guys know me and Mr. Pokke are not friends. We are not good. We are not cool. And I'm going to be real. I fucking hate that guy's community.
Yeah, so I think my initial reaction to the statement is that it's a little bit shocking, a little bit confusing to hear that. I think it's also expected though, because what I think a lot of people have realized over the past couple of months, especially regarding like the whole C6 Arlecchino situation, regarding the whole like, you know, hey, I want to like shit talk you in my content, but I don't want you like talking about me in your content. That sort of dynamic that's been going on. It's been odd. I feel like a lot of people across like the wider Gacha community and specifically Tectone's community, right, just thought it was like odd why Techie was going ahead and like maintaining all of these like relatively cordial, relatively good relationships with Pokke, despite the fact that Pokke was going ahead and fostering a community that would just actively, relentlessly shit on Tectone at every single opportunity. Straight up. If there was ever an opportunity, if there was ever a chance for him to be painted in a negative light in Pokke's community, they took it. And there was nothing done to moderate it, nothing done to, mediate it. It was never addressed. Videos were never taken down. Pinned comments were never made saying, hey, can you guys, like, stop saying this shit? It's, like, annoying as fuck or whatever, right? It would just be allowed to happen over and over and over and over again. And people were just confused for like why this guy was just like constantly going to bat for him still, even while all of that was still, even when all of that was actively going on, he was still painting him in a really, really positive light. Mr. Pokke has changed, would constantly make content with him that would paint him in like a good light. I confronted Mr. Pokke. We were both frauds. Like they would have like fun calls and stuff, and he would like advertise those on his channel, blah, 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 all of that stuff. Right, Mr. Pokke trying to save me, blah, blah, blah. It was just like, he would always go to bat for him, even when all of this negative air, all of this negative PR was originating from Mr. Pokke's community. That was, again, unmoderated. So, yeah, I feel like this was something a lot of people saw coming. They're just kind of wondering why there were like so many attempts to like salvage and save the relationship beforehand.
Okay, and I'm just being straight up. This is not his community issue. There's an issue that I have with him. There's an issue I have with the people who vehemently watch him throw out fucking crimes and comments. This will not be repaired. This is not ever going to get better. I want you guys to understand that this needs to happen. I'm not good with them. I don't fuck with them. If I see him in real life, we'll be all right.
I thought he was gonna say if I see him in real life, we're throwing hands. But okay, that's good.
As far as content creators go, I'm good. Me and him just don't work. I've tried.
It's like that. I was like, damn. That's why Techie's been going to the gym. That's why Techie's been going to the gym every day. Yeah, that's why he's been going to the gym every day, huh?
You guys have seen how I've tried. You have seen how I have tried.
And we just talked about it, right? Those videos that I pulled up showing like the fun, goofy side of the relationship between Techie and MrPokke, those were all done following the C6 Arlecchino incident, where Pokke went ahead and literally spread incredibly damaging misinfo to paint Tectone as like a hypocrite and say that his takes are dog shit and not actually valid. He literally just spread misinfo about Tectone, and when it was confirmed that it was misinfo from his chat, Pokke told Tech that it didn't matter. That was the first response to being told that you've been spreading misinfo in like a 50k plus view video about someone who's supposed to be one of your close friends. It doesn't matter. And he did this after that. After that. And you know how long it took Pokke to apologize for that? I think it was actually like a month. I think it was after a month, and after I had already made 3 or 4 videos covering the situation and why he was being one of the worst fucking hypocrites and worst friends that the space has probably ever seen. It took a month. 2 to 3 weeks? Okay. Okay, closer to a month than closer to 1 day. It was closer to a month than it was to 1 day. And you want to know how long it should have actually taken somebody that wasn't, I don't know, like a fucking, I don't want to say like a sociopath, because like, I don't want to be like an armchair psychologist, but like, it should have taken a normal person with a shred of empathy 12 to 48 hours to apologize for that.
For well over a year. Straight up. I have tried everything, guys. I want to make this very clear. I'm going to set out the infrastructure. I'm going to tell you why this cannot work. And I'm going to tell you what made me make this decision. Let me tell you why I made this decision first and foremost, so you guys kind of understand it. MrPokke has always liked me a lot more than I've liked him, because I understand that he was a fan of mine for a while, and I'm one of the reasons why he wanted to give content creation a shot. Due to that, I
don't know why, but that just sounds like brutal. He's always liked me a lot more than I've liked him. That's not like objectively like a bad thing, but holy shit, that
always treated him kinder, because when people tell me that, I have a big soft spot for him. When somebody tells me that, you know, I'm an inspiration to them, or Asmon's an inspiration to them, I have a massive soft spot, right? I do. And I've let too much shit get under my skin.
Bro basically bro just called him a fan. Yeah, I didn't think about him like that, though. Yeah, no, he was just a fan.
Too much shit bother me that I haven't talked about. I'm just gonna get out of the way, and we're fucking good. And once again, if MrPokke wants to talk about it, go for it. I don't fucking care. I know everybody who knows me and him knows that I've been nothing but good to this fucking guy.
Beyond true. Beyond true. We have so many videos talking about that exact fucking thing, that exact dynamic, right? It's just, I fundamentally didn't necessarily have skin in this race, right? MrPokke's just somebody that's like fucked me over in the past for fun, and then like 1,000,000% recognized no wrongdoing in what he was doing. But to see somebody else that is genuinely has only helped somebody, and for them to get treated this badly is just like, bro. It was just such a strange thing to see, and nobody else was really addressing it. You're just watching somebody who has only helped another person, and then that other person on the receiving end of the help is just painting them in the most negative fucking light possible, and feeling absolutely no remorse for it. Their response heavily outweighed whatever was done to warrant it. And they just had no problems at all doing it, even with the built-up history between Tectone and MrPokke. It's just like, bro, like, do you have no shame? Is there no shame in this situation? And just seeing that happen publicly, seeing it happen live, bro, I feel like it's just a normal thing to get pissed off and want to talk about it.
And any issues that we have had, I've always apologized for, and I have always retracted anything, okay?
Deleted his own video, as we covered, right? As we covered in the last interaction, he was just like, fuck it, bro. I have no idea what the fuck Pokke's talking about. Like, I don't understand, like, why he's so upset. Fuck it, I'm just gonna delete the video anyways. Fuck this. MrPokke
made a comment saying that he cares what I do because he respects me so much and that we're really close. We're not. We were never that close. We were cool. It really wasn't like that. We barely fucking talked. I shit you not, we've never even talked for more than 10 minutes offline. Right? It was never even fucking like that.
Wait. Never had a call for more than 10 minutes off stream? Oh, that's... It didn't seem like that. Maybe he's like under exaggerating, but if true, maybe he's under exaggerating it, right? But like if true, that's... But he let him in his house. I guess that's the thing, right? If what he's saying is true, and he let him into the house, that's like another way that he was helping him. Let's think about it that way. If the whole 10-minute thing is true, and they had IRL interactions where Pokke stayed over at his house, then that might mean like, it was just like a, what's it called? It was like another big favor to him.
I liked him, I had respect for him, it was cool to make content with him, and I thought he was nice. But the fact that he's gonna hold me to degrees where he also said, I don't mind what Fob said because I like him, and that's okay that he shit-talked me, but you can't say anything about me because I respect you too much. MrPokke gave me a massive debuff.
And you know what that dynamic really sounds like? He's saying that... Pokke was saying, Fob and I are like kind of buddies, but because I don't respect him as much as you, it's okay for him to talk shit, but because I respect you so much, I don't want you talking shit about me. But the real situation is that this is my genuine thoughts about the matter. Obviously, you psychoanalyzing, whatever, bitch, right? My genuine thoughts on the matter are, Pokke thinks Tectone has a lot more clout than Fob. And Pokke cares a lot about his perception, his image in the content creation space. And so he thinks that Fob saying damning or Fob discrediting him isn't really that big of a deal, so he doesn't care. But Tectone discrediting him because he has more clout than Fob is something he cares about. That's what I think it is. And in a way, that's kind of like a backhanded insult at Fob. Yeah, he's basically kind of just calling Fob a bum that nobody listens to, so it doesn't matter what he fucking says. But Tectone, people actually listen to him, and so he actually cares what Tectone says. That's my headcanon. That's my headcanon on him. Psychoanalyzing. I think it's the truth. To be fair, I think that's the truth. Because let's be real here. Fob got no YouTube clout. Fob has negative YouTube clout. His YouTube game is dead, bro. That shit is beyond cooked. For a streamer of his size, a YouTube channel that looks like that is like a fucking, it's a disgrace. I'm not saying this to, okay, I'm sort of talking shit, but Fob would agree with you. This is his fucking YouTube, bro. KS! I mean, he's uploading a lot more now. He's uploading a lot more now, but I feel like this is where it's coming from for MrPokke. Yeah, I mean, his old YouTube channel got terminated because it was tied to like his university email that got decommissioned, and he never changed it before it got decommissioned, and then yeah, the channel disappeared. So it was like it was a self-inflicted issue, to be honest. But yeah, that's the context on it. And you know, Tectone on the other hand is dropping like, you know, 50 to 150k. That's like his view range, which is like, I mean, let's be honest here, that's like 5 to 15 times what Fob is getting. That's my take on it. So yeah, I don't even know if it has to do with like the whole respect thing, unless that whole respect thing is tied to how many views you get on your platforms.
He made my life harder due to the fact that if I say anything, he got horrendously ass hurt. But if anybody sells anything, he like turns a blind eye. I don't want a friend that I can't hold accountable. And that's just pretty much it. It's too much work. I'm tired of his fucking gay ass, shit fucking retard ass community. Not all of them. I want to make that very clear. There's a lot of normal people who watch Mr. Pokke, but Mr. Pokke has made it a safe space for too many autistic, dumb fuck retards in his chat for far too long that call people rapists, call people pedophiles, and I'm just tired of hearing that shit on the internet. And then those same people call me a bad friend. I'm a bad friend?
And this is the thing, right? People are calling Tectone a bad friend because Tectone had, I'm gonna be honest here, pretty fucking soft critiques for Pokke. It's like, hey, Pokke, right? If you don't want to be seen as a shill, maybe don't highly overrate patches that the greater community thinks are garbage, right? If you're constantly overrating patches that most people are saying are not good, then people are going to eventually think that you're a shill and not take your rating seriously. That's just like... You're like in the fucking... Yeah, you're in the kiddie ball pit at that point. If that's like the critique that you're getting, hey, Pokke, you have a history of severely overrating them. And this is the thing. I'm all for just very, very well-reasoned, very, very, genuine critiques. Because Tectone's giving me plenty of them, right? Y'all remember the whole ZZZ anniversary livestream, right? His main critique for me was, Saint, you're right, but you're being a fucking dickhead about it. And I was like, you know what? You're entirely right. Yep. You're correct in the facts that you're saying over here, but you're being a fucking asshole about it. And that's why people are getting mad at you. And now I'm like, yeah, that makes sense to me, right? I'm kind of a guy shitting on them at the birthday party. That's the level of critique that Tech's gonna give. It's fair. It's a little bit blunt. It's fair, though. It took forever for you to admit you were wrong about the Genocide comments. Yeah, I think I addressed it in less than 24 hours. It wasn't even 24, it was like 12. My memory is too good for you to do that, so I will call you out and also call you retarded. I'm too good at being mean to people, aren't I?
I'm a bad friend. Let me get this right, and I'm gonna tell you guys some fucking truths. Let me get this right. So, I make Mr. Pokke well over 6 figures in ad revenue by getting him into Mythic Talent. I help him quit his job. I mentor him to become a content creator. I help him with everything he ever needs with his channel.
And that's what I was talking about. It's like, bro, this guy did so much for you, and you can't stop people from calling him like a sex offender in your chat. Like, bro, bro did all this, and you can't do as much as to just stop people from calling him a sex offender in your chat and comment section. Like, I would stop people from calling people I didn't like a sex offender in my comment section. I would do that for people that I didn't like and that I wasn't friends with and that I was on bad terms with. And you can't do that for the dude that you say you respect so much and has done this much. It's like, bro, are you human? Like, are you human, bro, at this point? If, like, just basic societal interactions go, like, this far over your head, and you have to be, like, told how to do things that, like, any person that isn't, like, a fucking dick cheese head asshole would do. And this is the thing, guys. That's why people don't like Mr. Pokke in Tectone's comment section. That's why people, when there was a Gacha cast, right? Let me show y'all. I'll bring up some of the receipts. Y'all remember this Gacha cast? I think many considered this the worst Gacha cast in the history of Gacha casts. Obviously, I'm referred to a lot over here. We're all... This is what so many of the comments look like. Oh, look, the hypocrite worming back to someone he betrayed. What's Mr. Dookie doing here? Has Jokey on the cast. Instant click off. Pokke equals skipped. Wait, how's Mr. Pokke there? Mr. Jokey, hard pass, thank you very much. And these are comments that probably should be higher up. I'm pretty sure they got mass downvoted. I'm pretty sure they got mass downvoted by Pokke's dumb fucking community. That Pokke jump scare. Mr. Singapore, nah, skip. Ew, Mr. Docky. That's what it looks like, bro. And this is the thing. Because there's a public record of all the different ways that Tectone has just been fucked over by the guy from Singapore, that's the impression every single time they end up seeing him again. Is 2025 the year of snakes? Is that real? I haven't been keeping up with my lunar calendar. Is 2025 actually the year of snakes? How ironic is that?
I get him off the ground when he was a smaller content creator. I had his back in almost every single drama he was in the right in. I had his back for every single one. Shut the fuck up if you were gonna call me a bad friend. You can go fuck yourself.
Base.
Suck my dick.
Gay.
Get the fuck out of my chat.
Based.
Everybody who knows me knows that I am one of the best friends that you can fucking have because I am there for you no matter what. Okay? Even after Mr. Pokke went off on me over a misunderstanding again, I'm gonna pull up receipts.
We pulled up plenty of them. I'm
gonna pull up receipts. Make it very clear, I am not showing any DMs. You guys don't need to see those. It's none of y'all's business. I want to make this very clear. I tell my editors to clip this because I'm just going to be real. I make a puff piece for Mr. Pokke. I do.
A puff piece is basically when you make someone look better than they necessarily should after a situation.
I absolutely made him a puff piece. I went so far to try to get people cool with this guy that I even fucking lied to my audience saying that he was the only and he was the first person to reach out. It's not even true. That's not even fucking true. I got reached out by tons of fucking people. But I was desperately trying to make people understand that I like this guy, we're cool. I put out puff pieces. You guys tell me when I'm telling lies. I put out a fucking puff piece. When he says he has an issue with my video, I delete immediately without even him asking. When I invite him to a podcast where I exclude Saint Tontas because I know he doesn't like him, even though I fucking love Saint Tontas, right? And then I even invite him to Among Us to meet my other friends, to show a variety stream, to where hope to God we can make these things good between me and his community. But the fact is, and here's the reality, I really shouldn't have to take care of somebody this hard for them to understand what they did was wrong and when they should act. And the fact that he's kept this video up for 3 days.
Let's just explore what that comment section looks like. Y'all ready for this? We're about to go on a magical trip on my mystical space rocket ship into the depths of fucking Hoyo hell. Stupid drama. The dude didn't even play the quest. Absolute stupidity. They're referring to Tectone. Tectone really said you can't bring emotions into a logical discussion about a story opinion on a game he didn't even play. Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh boy, 44 replies. I bet they're all gonna be defending Techless. He thinks he is intelligent. Nope, the first one's calling him retarded. Like, I'm telling you, if anyone sees that, like, one of their close friends is farming comments like this, it is just going to piss them off. And clearly, there's something going on. If your community is responding like this, even if what you're saying shouldn't lead to this. What Pokke would likely say in this situation is, I didn't actually say anything that would warrant people calling Tectone retarded. And so it's not my fault, right? It's not my fault, it's not my fault, it's not my problem. I just said this and they're calling him retarded. I can't control what my chat or comment section says. At some point, you have to fundamentally understand when referring to somebody in a certain way, it's gonna lead to your chat saying something about them in a certain way. For example, if I even mention the name EO, people think of glueless backseater. And I know that in the future, if I ever bring up EO's name again, that's what people are just gonna start like spamming and saying, right? They're gonna start making fun of him and say he's like dog shit at the game too, all of that, right? Negative edge, Kara canceling my career, blah, 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 all of that. That's what's going to get brought up. And Pokke has to know at this point that if he ever talks about tech in a negative way, that people are gonna be in his chat, in his comment section, calling him a sex offender, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, you know what the effect is? You know the cause and effect here. You're choosing to do the cause. You know the effect that's gonna happen because your community is full of dog shit and you're not gonna fucking moderate it ever. Because then you would lose all the subs and viewers and that would just be a terrible thing that you don't want to fucking do. You know firsthand what is going to happen. And you still choose to do it, and then you'll hide behind the
I can't control my community. Oh, they're just gonna respond however they want to respond, but I'm still gonna talk about the subject that I know is gonna make them respond this way.
It's such a pussy ass, bitch ass behavior. You know your community is irrational and will have an irrational response to something that you think is rational. You choosing to still do it and then get the response that you know is going to happen makes it your fucking fault. You fucking idiot. And there are so many people that don't understand that. They're like,
I can't control my chat.
shut up. You can. Either don't talk about it or moderate it. It's crazy. It's pathetic, bro. This sort of like unshouldering of responsibility.
It's my chat, not me.
That has done nothing but farm hate for me. If I got to tell you everything, I don't know what you want me to say.
His mods would be overworking? Well, that's the thing. That's why you have to bully your chat. Guys, why do you think I pull up so many people all the time and call them stupid idiots? Yeah, no, I probably moderate my chat more than my mods do. A, it's fun. And B, I don't like dealing with bitch-ass bitches in my community. They're so fucking annoying, bro. It's like, I don't even care if they're like going to like, I don't care if they're gonna like make me money or whatever. I don't care if they're gonna like drive ad rev. I am not a slave to that shit. And we got fucking V to win. The dude that I was just calling out, he's still chatting, bro. Look at that shit. He's still here, bro. And that's it, right? I'll like fucking call out the behavior. I'll call out while it's shit. And maybe they'll still keep watching. If they don't, it is what it is. Maybe they'll stay. Maybe they won't. It is what it is. But yeah, I just don't want to deal with annoying fucking shit.
Straight up. I can't be doing this. I just can't, right? I can't have a friend or a person in my life that's going to crash out on me this hard for me merely holding them accountable. I know it might hurt your feelings to hear that you're a hypocrite. I know that it might hurt your feelings to be called a shill. But if you don't want to be called those things, then don't act that way.
Fair, right? Hey, you want to know what happened in Techie's video? Where we talk about the anniversary? People are in the comment section calling me a rage baiter, right? People are in my comment section calling me a rage baiter, but nobody's saying I'm wrong.
Right. I can't be held guilty when everybody else is calling you these things. And I explain why they're calling you these things.
And at the end of the day, right? I think that rage baiting, but not being wrong, is something that, you know, maybe you shouldn't do in like your interpersonal relationships. Guys, you could call me rage baiting and being wrong, but we're talking about a video game. Yeah, we're talking about a video game. At the end of the day, it's not that deep. It's a game. right? And I view that sort of stuff, when it comes to, like, a game, much more differently than with, like, I don't know, people with actual emotions and feelings. Yeah, one's not a real person, the other is. That's kind of like the difference between the two.
And then you make a 35-minute hit piece on me. What do you want me to say? I go behind the scenes. I tell so many CCs to fucking back off.
Let's replay that one more time, because I think that was a critical blow that we might have not gotten the full picture of.
Calling you these things, and I explain why they're calling you these things.
Yep.
And then you make a 35-minute hit piece on me.
He's explaining why people are calling Pokke a shill.
What do you want me to say? I go behind the scenes. I tell so many CCs to fucking back off. 6 months of my life I was doing that shit. And the fact that there's a narrative that I knew was going to exist before we even got in that call, which was that I was gaslighting, manipulating him. I'm sorry if you are a content creator and you are making it a safe space for people to obliterate you with falsities and crime accusations. You are just as guilty.
I think that's the number one thing. A lot of people, they just keep saying, I can't control my chat. I can't control how my community is going to respond to stuff. But you can, bro. Shut up. Stop fucking lying. Yes, you can. But you're not going to ban that person. You're not going to time them out because you know that they gift you 20 subs a month. So you basically give them, because they gifted you 20 subs, you let them say whatever they want. Let's be entirely fucking real here. Let's not play.
And I'm just being real. You are just as guilty. I don't care what you say. I'm not dealing with that. And I'm going to be real. Going forward, when people fuck up, I'm going to talk about it. But the fact is, every single fucking time, and I'm going to tell you guys how deep this truly goes. Every single fucking time I talk about badly about Honkai Star Rail, I get shit on for attacking MrPokke. I'm good. The retards have been allowed to live too many times. I've asked them to fucking ban these people. I've asked them to fucking moderate. I've asked them to just fucking regulate this fucking chat and regulate this community. He's never done it.
Because that would hurt the bottom line, brother, man. Hey, content creation is a job, bro. Hey, I'm just doing my job.
I don't know what you want me to do. Straight up. I truly don't know what you want me to do. Everybody knows his chat sucks ass. Everybody knows his chat sucks ass. Everybody knows he overhypes this fucking story. Everybody knows he's a hypocrite for the things that he says, and then he does the exact opposite, right? Just like, and I want to make a very clear point.
We talked about all that stuff way too many times.
And I want to make this very clear. I watched St. Tone's entire video, and that also really enlightened me, because I think St. Tones says a lot of good things sometimes. MrPokke's said
had to throw in the jab right over there. He said, yeah, sometimes he's retarded though.
That if I would have just DM'd him before I made the video, then we could have avoided this. And in the same vein, MrPokke, if you just would have let me know that me explaining fobs in your chat's intentions bothered you, I would have just deleted it. And also, you posted a 35-minute hit piece on me.
Yeah, I think that's the part that was the part from our video that we uploaded earlier regarding this whole situation that fucked me up the most. It was Pokke going ahead and indicting Tectone, almost fucking, how dare you do this? You could have just DM'd me, bro. And then Pokke made a longer video that has a way worse comment section. When literally it's just bro, you're blaming him for not doing this thing that it would have been way better if you had done it too. Because you just DM him, he deletes the video, you guys move on, and you're still, I guess, friends. Even if you, I guess, never were, right? You're still good acquaintances. But instead, you just decide to, give this advice, tell him this course of action that he should have done, when it wasn't even, a fucking thought for you to do that for yourself. This is why people call him the biggest hypocrite in gacha gaming. Genuinely. Like, it's stuff like this, where we're just so oblivious to the things that we're telling people that they should do, when it's literally the things that we should have done. It's like, bro. And this is the thing. You could say that I'm farming hate for Pokke. I'm literally just stating the fucking just straight up truth about the situation. And it just so happens that the truth of this situation pisses not just me off, but everybody who isn't retarded.
And why didn't you DM me about this? So, why are you telling me that I should have DM'd you first, but then you didn't DM me?
I mean, I'm sorry, just thinking about that situation kind of just like pisses me off, bro. It's like, you wouldn't even put it into a movie script because it would anger the audience so much that they would just say, this is not believable. Nobody would do this in real life. Nobody's that retarded that they would do this in real life. But sometimes life is crazier than fiction.
I deleted it immediately without you having to ask, and you didn't. And I'm gonna be real. It's a 2-month cycle. It's a 2-month cycle. I don't want that anymore. I'm 31 years old. I don't need relationships that are this fucking stressful. It's way too fucking much. And I'm sitting there.
Pokke's about 3 to 4 years younger than Tectone.
And I'm explaining shit to him. It's clear as day.
Imagine someone 3 to 4 years younger than you being this stupid.
And I don't want to call him stupid. But this English second language thing, it's only so much I want to fucking deal with. I consider myself very easy to communicate with, very easy to explain things. But I'm releasing the constraints. I'm releasing the shackles that bind me.
Bro is fleur-de-lis. Bro is Cartithia, finally becoming comfortable transforming into fleur-de-lis.
I'm not dealing with this shit anymore.
Let's just play the Never mind. We can play the music later.
I've gone out of my way and even fucking lied on other content creators because I know they're not babies and I know they can take it, and they do, and they're like, it's just techie being techie. And then obviously I'll DM them and say, this is why I did this. But in case I miss any, like, for example, like, it got so bad where I couldn't say anything about Pokke without his fucking pussy-ass community getting felt some type of way, or even him gonna fucking crash out on me, or I just feel like I fucking couldn't even talk about him. And I'm just like...
I feel like this is what happened, right? I feel like there were so many arrangements between the two to, like, stop talking to each other. I remember seeing multiple comments, multiple, like, Twitter posts, and multiple stream segments of both of them on both sides saying that they would not interact with each other anymore. And I have no idea who was trying to, like, rebuild the relationship. Who was going ahead and trying to rebuild it? I don't know, but I guess it was like a mutual thing. And from what I'm hearing, I almost feel like it was Pokke reaching out to try to rebuild it first. Or maybe Techie was. But it's just like, Techie knew that his chat hated him. And we know that Pokke cares a lot about this whole, like, respect thing going on. I don't know, bro. We'll never know. I could see the angle, though, for Pokke reaching out because he doesn't want the flack that comes from Techie's community not liking him. I could see that angle, too. Now, a lot of Techie's chat likes Pokke. I mean, I saw a lot of celebrations for when he said that, like, they're fucking done, bro. I saw the celebrations in the chat from Techie announcing that they were fucking done. Yeah.
You cannot be friends with me if I cannot hold you accountable. And that's just the truth. And I think everybody has realized how sensitive he is, how sensitive his community is, and I just fucking can't deal with it anymore. Straight up. Call me.
I think the proper term for Pokke is like a cry bully. Yeah, it's like he might not actually cry, but he does like an equivalent of crying.
Asshole. I don't give a fuck. I'm done. Right? I'm done. Fuck that. Don't care. Watch him. Don't give a fuck. He's staying in Mythic Talent. Don't care. He's all right. I just cannot be responsible for that. I cannot. I cannot be responsible for that. And his community, no matter how much I do for this guy, they're convinced that I'm horrible. With the amount of times that this guy has fucked me. When the whole Atsu drama was going on, and he took Atsu's fucking side and then met up with the guy. Right? And they're gonna call me a piece of shit. They're gonna wanna beg Mr. Pokke to not interact with me. They're too retarded. They're too fucking stupid. I'm good. Great.
Bro found Zen for a moment there.
I probably missed a lot of things.
Don't worry, we found a fair amount of the glue. Or he referenced it already. I think we filled in a lot of the holes here for why somebody in Techless's position would be feeling this sort of way.
Probably a lot of great gotcha moments that I could have done. I don't feel the need to. If it perpetuates, I will. It's underneath my mind that I am moving forward,
And I guess this is the thing. I like to take a balanced point of view in these situations and say, hey, like, what's up, right? Like, I can see why Tech would react in this way to this situation. I could see why Pokke would, alternatively react in this way to what Tech's saying. It's just in this situation, I feel like there's just not a point of view to ever have to be on Pokke's side, other than to just actually shill the guy himself. That's kind of what it feels like at this point. You kind of just have to, like, shill the guy to just not see any wrongdoing at this point.
and I no longer care. Oh, yeah, the C6 Arlecchino. Yeah. I know. Yes, I do think it was bad that there was a video that he had up for 6 days that he...
Now, less than shilling Pokke, more like hating Techie. I'm gonna be real here, right? If a sizable part of your community is there, not necessarily for you, but because they hate somebody else, you are single-handedly building one of the worst fucking communities you can imagine. Yeah, it's like you're basing your community off of not watching you, but watching you hate somebody they don't like. That's so bad. That's just, it's so bad, but so many people want to do it because it seems like free engagement, free viewers. A lot of people like it. Or a lot of people are going for that route. And I know firsthand, because I have at least 3 to 4 dedicated hater CCs or hater YouTube channels whose entire content and content structure is based around not liking me. And it's just like, bro, you guys are for sure losers.
He knew spread misinformation, and he said, it doesn't matter that I'm spreading misinformation on you. Yes, I remember, chat.
Yep.
That's another thing that added the straw that broke the camel's back. Absolutely. Yep. Is there any question you guys have, or are we all good? Was that real? Yes, it was real. It wasn't AI. It was a lie he told his community. Yes, it's a real photo. Yeah.
And it took him apparently 3+ weeks to apologize for it.
Is there anything else? Is there any other questions? Are we good? But yeah, Mr. Pokke just made me weak. I don't like being seen in that light. But yeah, I just had a lot of sympathy for him because I know how much he looked up to me. But at a certain point, when you're that difficult to communicate with, I don't have this issue with anybody else. When you're that difficult to communicate with, I'm good. Even with me and Box, like me and Box are literally had the exact same relationship me and Mr. Pokke had.
Box is like 18 years old.
I have never had a problem with Box, and the one that I did, I shit on him for it, and he said, oh yeah, you're right, I'm being stupid. I've never once called him being upset or crying about it. So yeah, no, it's good. I'm doing great. Yeah, things are great. Yep. Cool. Looks like, are you good, Box? Yep, cool. Anything else? Are we all good? Cool. Are you done making new friends now? No, we're good. Yep, don't matter. It's all good. Plus, let's just be real, the Honkai Star Rail community is the Neo Genshin community now.
1,000,000%, bro. They filtered out everybody that doesn't love the game because they made it shit.
is. And it's becoming so bad, they're getting so defensive, and I don't want to deal with that because I'm going to be shitting on that game relentlessly. And even if it's good, I truly don't care. I'll play it. Dealing with those players is just not in my interest.
It's another game, boys. Another game, another community of haters. But at this point, I'd rather be hated by the HSR community than liked by it. Yeah, if I were to start being liked by the HSR community, I'd think I was doing something wrong.
Not all Honkai Star Rail players, not all Mr. Pokke chatters, but enough of them to where it's fucking miserable to deal with. Does Mr. Pokke know you're cutting him out? Yeah.
Yeah, this is like you going about your daily business. You see you have a bunch of fans, right? You see you have like 20,000 followers, and they all have like, and all those 20,000 followers have like Confederate flags or like swastikas hanging in their bedroom. And you're like, hey, I got followers though, clearly. Hey, clearly I'm doing something right. And it's like, maybe you're not, bro.
Yes, I told him I have no desire to be friends with them whatsoever. Yep. You've been way too good with Mr. Pokke for no reason for way too long. Yes. Yep. All right, cool. Then I am all good. I am all good.
I think he's gotten a lot off his chest. And I think there's one last thing in here. I might skip forward to it.
And please, content creators, stop DMing me on whether you can make videos on Mr. Pokke or not. I have no responsibility over this guy. Just do what you want to do. If you want to make a video on Mr. Pokke, then fucking do it. Don't ask me.
And y'all can think about it this way. What Mr. Pokke's managed to do is not even target a person, but just act in such a stupid fucking way. Act in such an unforgivably dumb, selfish, sociopathic way that people get pissed on behalf of tech and want to talk about it. Pokke's basically like a tank in an MMORPG who permanently has the taunt skill on. Except it's like also a PvP server and there's no safe zones. Like that's just what this guy feels like in the content creation space.
I'm not his dad. I'm good. It's fine. Like, Jesus. It's like So can I talk about the Mr. Pokke situation? I don't care. I've never cared. Well, at least not for a while. Do your thing. Do your thing. It doesn't matter. The only thing I ask is to just not lie about people.
And yeah, guys, did I lie about anything in here? Did I lie about anything in here, ladies and gentlemen? Was that the truth? Was that fact? Was that fiction? Hey, call me out, bro. Hey, if I lied, call me out, bro. I like to make sure, under no obligation, I might clickbait a little bit. The worst thing you can say is that I clickbait, but I don't think I lie, bro. He's a tank with 5 HP. Oh, I know what Pokke's like. Yeah, I said Pokke was a tank. Pokke's like a glass cannon DPS with tank aggro. That's a better way to describe him. He's like, he plays glass cannon tank, but he plays glass cannon build, and then, but only picks up the aggro skills, and then complains that he's not doing well. That's what it seems like. But yeah, I don't see a lot of people trying to call me out. I see a lot of people goofing off. And so I think we'll cut the video here. Let me know what you all think. And yes, in the comments section, let me know if you think I'm lying too. I don't think so though. Peace out.